Welcome to Mystic by Nature. How are you guys doing? My fellow mystics. This is a reading based on the elements for the first half of September. This reading, it will be for my air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Whether these signs are on your ascendant or your sun and moon sign, this message was meant to find you. This is a check-in and a heads up so you know what to look out for the first half of September 1st through the 15th. Before I dive into the reading, let me remind you guys these readings are strictly for entertainment purposes only. So if you become confused or irritated, this reading probably is not for you. If you are a cross-watcher, don't try to force the narrative to fit the situation. That only creates confusion. And with confusion comes anxiety. So, if it does resonate though, hit the bell, like, and comment so you'll be first here for the incoming uploads. With that being said, let's take a deep breath. Out. Breathe in. And out. Let's ground ourselves and let's see what the cards have to say for the next chapter for the air signs. September is a month of action astrologically. July was a month of stagnation, and August I feel was like a month to just kind of take a breath. But September is all about the go, go, go. Especially with the two eclipses being only a few weeks apart. The first one is on the 7th. We'll bring in a lot of themes around spiritual awakening, increased intuition, and major transformation. And then we have the other one coming up in on the 21st that is aligned with the new moon in Virgo, which is probably today or tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm recording this on the 22nd, so either way, we're in its energy already. So here we go. Let's start off with Gemini, my enchanting twins. You are first. As I've said, this is on your ascendant or your sun or your moon sign or possibly even your Venus. But I am mostly aiming for the rising and the sun. But you take it how you want to or how you can or how it fits into your life. You have Saturn hitting your 10th house of career and public reputation. You have Mercury transiting your 4th house of family and roots. The lunar eclipse will be joining Saturn's retrograde on September 7th in your 10th house. And then we have that Venus-Mars transit coming in fast and strong, hitting your 3rd house of communication, siblings, social media as well, and your 5th house of romance, children, and creativity. Let's see what the cards have to say. Gemini, rising, sun, and moon. What can you tell me about Gemini, rising, sun, and moon for the first half of September? Okay. Give me 2 more cards for Gemini, rising, sun, and moon. Last card, please. I'll pull the cards out and then ask for clarification on them. All right. So the first one that I have is the Ten of Wands. You may have been in the Ten of Wands energy. Feeling a little stressed out and overwhelmed, maybe burdened. Or you will be for the first half of September. Probably moving out of this August energy, moving closer towards that eclipse energy. And this might be around issues with your career. If not your career, this could be issues around family. With the Empress card, some of you, this could signify a pregnancy. You may be having a bit of a hard pregnancy, actually. Some of you may have be going on maternity leave. This could have been something that you did not see coming, a pregnancy that you did not see coming. I possibly see a surprise coming in, maybe from work. Maybe some of you guys were dealing with a situation at work that was not favorable. There might have been some deceit or betrayal that came up. Some people that did not have your best interest at heart. And I got the Judgment card, so maybe Archangel Michael came in and your ancestors decided to move you out of that situation. And you are now either getting a new job, being promoted, or you are going into hermit mode. This might be some of you coming up against some type of deceit and deception when it comes to your unborn child that you may be carrying. Can you give me some more clarification on the Empress and the Judgment card, please? This could be some of you. Some of you guys could have found out that you were pregnant after a breakup or after a hard period of time when it came to your relationship. Some of you guys maybe got pregnant in the midst of a separation. Now you're dealing with two different individuals. I don't know whose story I'm telling. It sounds like a soap opera. But either way, first half of September, I see you working through some obstacles. There seems to be obstacle after obstacle when it comes to your family and relationships, as well as possibly a hard pregnancy. You're kind of going into hermit mode and getting yourself more structured and organized so that you can, first of all, keep your baby protected and keep your baby healthy. Can you give me more insight, please? Gemini rising, Gemini sun and moon. Some of you may be trying to make a decision in regards on whether you kind of want to stay around with the drama or if you kind of want to move on. I see somebody coming in with some Queen of Swords energy. I can pick up that energy in two different ways. And this time it's kind of coming in as somebody who can be kind of nasty with their words. This may even be a maternal figure, or this could be, this could be a maternal figure, grandmother or mother. That's coming in, but you're moving towards the Three of Cups after a season of being very down and out and depressed about it. If I would give you any type of advice, I would say this move might be the best thing for you. That way you can move away from all the negative energy. Can you give me more insight, Gemini sun, moon, rising? Yeah, you've been in a lot of conflict, having a lot of mental conflict. You've been going through it emotionally. My gosh. Gemini rising, sun, and moon. This would be some of you guys also for the first half of September entering into a new relationship that might be coming in. But I see it mostly being tied to family. So you're releasing your burdens of the family. You're releasing yourself from it. I see a proposal coming up for some people. It's going a little bit beyond that. I see a proposal coming up in October. But either way, you are completing a cycle of being down and out, distraught. You're hard on yourself about things. You're kind of learning how to lighten up. I mean, this could be due to pregnancy, or this could be just you releasing yourself from other people's burdens so you're not feeling so weighed down. Is there anything else for Gemini sun, moon, and rising? Yeah, you're releasing all those negative thoughts and patterns that were keeping you kind of chained in a certain mindset. You have like a renewed faith. The song that I heard was Falling in Love with Jesus, falling in love with Jesus. So some of you guys could be, have, like I said, had a renewed faith. And through that faith, you have kind of fallen back in love with yourself, or you've had like a heart activation to open your heart up and allowed love to come in. And now you have a new partner coming in. I see a lot of self-love in this too. I feel like after being structured and organized and after dealing with a lot of burdens that were not yours, kind of releasing yourself from them, things are kind of opened up for you in a better way. You've received a lot of mental clarity. You're following your intuition. Some of you, I see a new job coming in the first half of September that's going to bring in, I don't see the Ace of Pentacles on here, but I see it bringing in bringing in some money, an increase in your finances. I see a significant shift in your finances. Again, I'm going to say, because it's coming out again, this might be a move for you Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Risings. This might be a move into a bigger place, or this could be just you moving in with a significant other. So, Gemini, Rising, Sun, and Moon, you are moving past negativity that was around your work and your home. Some of you may be expecting, congratulations if you are. Some of you may be entering into a new relationship, or you're elevating a relationship that already was. And you guys kind of fought and pushed through the problems that were occurring within that relationship. And you know what? Good job, Gemini. So now we are moving to Libra. Libra. Let's see what the cards have to say for you. Saturn and the lunar eclipse will be hitting your 6th house. Mercury will be in your 12th house. And the Venus-Mars transit is hitting your 11th house and your 1st house of self. Let's see what the cards have to reveal to you, Libra. Can you tell me what's going on with Libra rising, Sun, and Moon? Okay. Libra rising, Sun, and Moon. Okay, last card. Okay, that's cool. First card that came out was the Magician card. So you could be dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo. I immediately thought that. First half of September, this could also bring some manifestation. So maybe you've been manifesting. Maybe you manifested on this new moon in Virgo, or you manifested, you've been manifesting on this eclipse that's coming up. I wouldn't recommend that. The energy is so chaotic on an eclipse, but maybe you put in some manifestations of that new moon in Virgo, and they're already taking transit after a time of feeling really overwhelmed. I can see some of you guys being kind of in your feelings, feeling kind of emotionally weighed down. This could have something to do with some something to do with your daily life, or maybe even collaborations or connections that you have going on. Maybe there is conflict between trying to find balance between home as well as collaborations that you are trying to put together to increase your finances. You can't seem to find the balance, but you're being called to try to figure it out. You may have too much on your plate, Libra rising. This might be time for you to relinquish some responsibilities, or kind of allow some things to fall so that you can get more mentally balanced. I don't see any swords, but I'm picking up mental energy being kind of used up, being drained. Some of you may be kind of angered by the extra responsibility that you feel like you are that's kind of being placed on you because of a either a partner or the responsibility of home that's being placed on you. You need a little bit of a break. Girl, you need a vacation. Can you give me more insight on the Chariot and the 3 of Pentacles? Yeah, I got the 2 of Cups reversed. So the responsibility of a relationship may be weighing on you. Some of you guys may be entering into some issues with the relationship. It's like you've changed and your partner can't handle the change. So some of you may be having some conflict within your relationship because of the growth that you have experienced. Or some of you may be dealing with someone who is not as emotionally mature or emotionally available as you kind of need in this time in your life. You've done a lot of work on your emotional self, and that person has not I can see is some of you having a disagreement about a home. I don't see the moving card here, but this could be a disagreement about moving or the timing of the moving. Somebody may be ready to move now and the partner is not ready to move exactly now. They kind of want to take their time. Can you tell me more about the... I know one thing, you're not willing to budge on what you're feeling right now. Got the Six of Wands, so there's a sense of accomplishment. Maybe for once you got your partner to listen to you, because I got the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Wands coming out. So you may have, for the first time, like really spoke your piece, said what you were thinking and feeling, instead of kind of keeping quiet and allowing your partner to kind of make the decision and kind of go with it. There might be children involved, so you may be more concerned about how your children will adjust, and your partner is more concerned about getting to this, I heard getting to this new job. They're not really taking the children into consideration. So in the first half of September, Libra's rising sun and moon, there may be some issues around children in your home, as well as with your partner. You guys not being on you guys not being in alignment when it comes to communication. There may be a lot of talking, but nobody's hearing or listening. Can you give me insight on the Ten of Cups? Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's just not willing to bend emotionally. And it's not, you guys are having a hard time with that. So I see a lot of communication issues coming up in the first half of September for you, Libra rising sun and moon. Some of you may decide to walk away. Some of you may decide to reset the foundation. The majority of you, I see you kind of deciding to honor who you become and not who you were. I'm seeing a lot of inner child healing when I looked at the Six of Cups card. So some of you guys are just ready to move on. You're ready to go for your Ten of Cups. You're ready to get more structured. You're ready to get more organized. You're ready to be in something that's a little bit more emotionally available in regards to a partnership. And you don't feel it where you currently are. As I stated, some of you guys will be working towards it. Some of you guys will decide to quit. Alright, so that is it for Libra rising, Libra sun. You got a lot of things going on. This would be some of you guys even leaving the home after years of working at home and getting you a job outside of the home. And that may be where a disagreement is coming in. Okay. But I see some new connections, opportunities coming in. Maybe a possible raise, new jobs. This could be also some of you deciding to separate yourself. Well, not just your partner, but also friends. Okay. So now we have Aquarius. So the lunar eclipse will be, the lunar eclipse and Saturn will be highlighting your second house of money and values. Mercury transit is spotlighting your 8th house, and Venus-Mars transit is shining a light on your 7th house of partnerships and 9th house of learning and travel. Can you give me the energy for first half of September for Aquarius rising? Okay. First half of September for Aquarius rising. I'm taking that first half of September for Aquarius rising. Okay. Aquarius rising. Okay. So, first card that came out was the Page of Cups. And when I look at this for you, I see a lot of self-love. I see a boost in your self-confidence and your creativity. It's like instead of giving others a cup, you can kind of be emotionally detached from things, but I feel like you're now getting in tune with your emotions. And instead of being detached, it's like the ideas that are coming into your head, the creative ideas that are coming into your head, you're taking action towards them. Instead of kind of sitting on your hands like you usually do and overthink, you're putting it into the cycle of trying to wait and see what other people are going to do or what other people are going to say. Can you give me more energies on the Aquarius, rising, sun, and moon? Yeah. So you put in a lot of hard work. You poured into yourself. I see some of you doing a lot of community work, and that community work, or creative work and community work is a combination. Some of you are I see some of you guys doing a nonprofit that's going to bring in some financial abundance and blessings to you. It's going to open up some more opportunities and doors for you. Okay. Let's see, Aquarius. What else? What else is that first half of September bringing in for you? I see some things that's coming in for you that you may not see. Okay. So as we move into like that second week, I feel like of September, there may be some mental things that kind of come in and cause you to have a little bit of emotional and mental blockages. Can you give me more clarification on the Two of Swords and the Ten of Swords, okay? Sun's got you feeling overwhelmed and overburdened. What is that? For some of you, this could be something dealing with a mother energy. I picked this up in one of my readings the other day with this mother energy for Aquarius. So the first half of September may be you guys possibly dealing with, unfortunately, a death. Or this could be you guys doing some traveling and expanding. Maybe marketing? This might be maybe you guys marketing and doing some traveling. Maybe partnering up with a King of Swords, which would be an air sign, which would be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. A fellow Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Or even someone with some Venusian energy. I see some of you guys doing this. It might be something related to beauty. Like a makeup line or just her body lotions. Beard line. A man, the beard line. Just heard this could be some of you guys becoming an ambassador. Okay. Some of you guys may be getting some recognition. I see somebody, I looked at this and I instantly thought of a uniform or a judge. So maybe somebody's just finished law school. But what I'm also getting is somebody might get some type of recognition within the military. Somebody may be getting the keys to the city in the first half of September. Or they know someone who's getting the first half of September. I see a Three of Cups energy, so it's a lot of celebration. This is going to be something that's going to be change the trajectory of your life. Your Wheel of Fortune is going to get the cosmic wheel rolling. Okay, Aquarius. Can you give me anything else for Aquarius, rising, sun, and moon? Yeah. some of you, this could be a marriage coming in. A divine partner, divine counterpart. Yeah, I'm not even going to say I feel like this is balancing of the masculine and feminine energy. I really do feel like this is definitely a divine counterpart that's coming in. You might meet them while traveling. I heard you might meet them in the sand dunes. I'm seeing, what are they called? What's the bikes that you ride through the desert? That's what I'm seeing in my head. So some of you guys might be taking a trip and meeting someone. I'm also seeing might be somebody in Dubai. Might be somebody traveling over there. Anything else for Aquarius rising or sun? Whatever creative idea this is when it comes to beauty work, I'm hearing skincare. That comes to skincare, you guys should jump on it. Aquarius, and that's really specific. That's for someone who's going to watch this. But if this is not skincare, is not on your radar, but you have a creative idea in regards to community, something dealing with mothers and babies, that's another one that's quite specific. Jump on it. Don't sit on the idea any longer. Anything else for Aquarius rising and sun? Yeah. Take action. Get in the King of Wands energy. This could be also someone dealing with a fire sign man, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this is going to restore some balance. Like, I feel like when you meet this person, you may even be in kind of a bad space mentally, and they're kind of going to shine the light for you and make you open up and realize the life that you really want. Make you go for your happiness. Okay? Some of you may be leaving a relationship that is no longer fulfilling. I'm going to warn you, I did get the Seven of Swords, so be mindful. Do not do this in a sneaky way. Be upright about it, because we are still in the energy of karmic justice and karmic debt being paid. You do not want to add karma to your life. You know? All right? So that is it for Aquarius. If this resonated for my air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, don't forget to like, comment, and to subscribe. And if you feel called to share it with a fellow air sign, this is your reminder to do so. I leave this affirmation. I embrace the pivots in my life. I'm living on guard and walking in grace. Until next time, air signs. Peace, love, and blessings.